I feel like I'm floating.
I was actually teaching a group of journalists from the region, from the SADC region, on HIV and antiretroviral treatment. And it's a class of maybe 20 people, 10 women, 10 men from around the region. And I'm just explaining to them about pill boxes to remind people to take their pills. And one guy, the best looking guy in the room, all the girls were around him. He took one out and said, I mean one like this. And I said, oh, so you're taking tablets in that? He says, yeah, I take antiretrovirals. I said, oh, really? So let's pause now. Do you want to tell us how you take them and how you think you got infected? Yeah, I'm gay. I got infected just 2005, September. I'm gay. And he wasn't Zambian, he was from South Africa. I'm gay, but this is how. And you could have heard the pin drop. You should have looked at the faces of the girls in the room. This is middle of the week. It's Wednesday. It was a 5-day course, you know. Then I said to him, I'd like to interview you for my column. And he said, yeah. And then when we finished the session, he said, would you like to come to my room? I was like, wow. So here's the test. So yeah, I'll come to your room. My notebook and pen and a little tape recorder. And I went to his room and I said, oh, take a seat. And I sat. And I watched him close the door and he didn't lock it. That was the moment. And we spoke for 1.5 hours. And I did probably one of the best articles I've ever written. Because he was another human being opening his heart out to another human being. That's all it was. His being gay, his being who he was, didn't affect me in my sexuality. Didn't threaten me, not even affect, didn't threaten me.
Avec ma famille, la relation n'est pas bonne parce qu'on ne comprend pas jusqu'à maintenant mon comportement. On veut que je sois comme les filles parce qu'au Burundi, les filles doivent porter des jupes, des robes et les souliers des femmes. Alors que moi, je ne porte pas ces habits des filles. Et on ne supporte pas. Chaque fois, on me dit de changer. Et il y a toujours le problème entre moi et la famille.
For me, I felt my secret was out. There was nothing to hide now. And it made me know who would still be my friend, who still loved me despite knowing that I was gay now. Or knowing that all along I had been gay because I had to explain to them that all along I have had these feelings. But it has also brought me enemies. It's made my relationship with my mother especially quite a challenging one. That's not to say that she doesn't accept me, doesn't love me, but I feel I have made her a little bit more upset, not very comfortable, and asking lots of questions. And sometimes I feel I have made my mom's life more miserable by coming out to her. But I think it's all in good stride. I think I told her once that it would have been a disservice if I went to, if she moved on, if she passed, for example, if I passed with that secret. I feel I'm more free with her because of that.
At this point, I cannot really go to my parents or my mom and just tell her, can you sit here? I want to talk to you. It's like I'm this. The moment I just say I love women and I actually have a partner, a fiancé for that matter. The moment I finish saying that statement, I think there'll be a bottle on my head or I'll be kicked around or be thrown out of the house before I can even explain myself.
My parents treated me differently, especially my dad. And more often than not, I would not accompany them to go and visit my other relatives. As a result, I don't know many of my relatives. They used to sideline me. Whenever there is something, they usually consider my other sibling before me. I was always the last one. It was like I was a black sheep. Yeah, it was like I was out of the family already. Yeah.
My mom doesn't judge me. She kind of like told me some few years back If you're happy with your sexual orientation, that's okay with me, as long as you are not hurting anyone. And it made me feel like, okay, this thing, my mom has accepted me for who I am. She has already accepted my partner. And then I felt good.
Are those titles necessary? Can we look at humanity more from the depth of the inside as opposed to the physically visible?
In this country now, there's a lot of very dangerous, vitriolic debate around homosexuality. And people are forgetting that they're dealing with fellow human beings. Somebody ran a radio talk show, and said, run them up, all of them, and kill them. This is a Christian country. Kill them? And he's saying it's a Christian country, so Christians are wanting to kill others because they're different.
Based on the African family value system and the rest of it, when they find out that you have a different sexual orientation, they put you aside. And there is a need for you yourself to remind them that the African family value system also protects the child, and it protects you. And you are also one of them. You are a human being. And the situation around you should not weigh you down from being who you are.
I feel like I'm forced to break the silence. Is that a crime? Is that a crime?